Today's lesson is on translations. Translations are one type of transformation that we can perform on a two-dimensional shape. And so if you think back on our work right before we went out on NTI, we started introducing transformations. We talked about dilations, and that's when we take an image, a two-dimensional shape, and we can make it smaller or we can make it larger. A reflection, which is when we take the shape and we can flip it across either a vertical or a horizontal axis. A rotation, when we take the shape and we turn it about a point. And a translation, which is today's focus. And that's when we take the shape and we just slide it. We can slide it left or right, we can slide it up and down, and we can do a combination of those. So I want us to take a deeper look at translations. Take, for example, this rectangle on this coordinate plane. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is take a two-dimensional shape and translate it and write a rule for it. And the way we do that is that we take each point, and for example, we might be asked to move in a direction, which would be, we can go down or up. In this case, we're going to go down, and then it's going to tell us not only the direction, but how far. So we're going to go down 4 units, and then we're going to take the shape, we're going to do a combination here, and we're going to move, let's go right, five units. So we're going to slide this shape, look at the orientation, we're going to take it down, and then we're going to go right. So we're going to take each one of these points, and we'll call this is called the pre-image, and we'll call this pre-image A. Notice we name each vertex B, C, D. And if you'll recall, each one of these, A, B, C, and D, they have coordinates. So the coordinates for A, and remember it's XY coordinates. The coordinates for A are over 1, up 1, 2, 3. So I know the coordinates for A in my pre-image are 1, 3. The coordinates for B are over 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So the coordinates are 4, 3. Because we're taking a look at where it lies on the coordinate plane, and we know that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. The coordinates for point C are over 1, 2, 3, 4, the same as B, except they're only up 1, 2. Look at the pattern here for the rectangle, what they have in common. So what are the coordinates for point D? Same x-coordinate as A, so it's over 1, up 1, 2. Now, when we perform a translation, we're not going to make that shape any larger. We're not going to turn the shape. We're not going to flip it across either one of the axes. All we're going to do is slide it down 4 units and right 5 units. So when we slide it, we call that afterward, after we perform the transformation, it's called the image. So this is the pre-image, and then we're going to take it and do the new image. So we're going to go down 4 units. So notice I'm going to do this in 2 steps. I'm going to take each coordinate, each vertex of the shape, and move it down 4 units. So I'm going to start with A. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to call this, well, this is part of it, this will be A prime. Now remember, I'm moving down 4 units. Now I'm going to take B and move down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Take each point. I'm going to take C and move down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And D and move down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Does the shape change at all? Does it? It just changes where it's sitting in the coordinate plane. It doesn't change the orientation of it, and it doesn't change the size of it. It looks exactly the same. We just slid it down 4 units and right 5 units. Now, we're not finished. Now we're going to go and finish the right 5 units. So all we've done before is go down 4 units. Now we're going to go right 5 units. So again, we're going to take each point and move it right 5 units. So I'm going to take A and go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Now remember, this is the image I'm actually going to keep because this is only one transformation. I'm going to keep this as A prime. I'm going to take B and move right 5 units. Count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Just to check myself, I'm going to make sure the pre-image, the rectangle was 1, 2, 3 units in length. And this one, yep, 1, 2, 3 units in length from A prime to B prime. So I know I'm not changing the size of it. I'm doing pretty good. C, we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should lie right under B. That's C prime. And then D prime also over 5 units to the right. Now, we have new coordinates for our A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. Notice we have that little apostrophe there. We can write a rule for that. So the way we write the rule is we take a look at the axis. So if we're moving up and down, if I'm going up and down, I know that's the y-axis. So to write the rule, I would say this is y. And think about a number line. If you go down on a number line, are we adding or subtracting? We're subtracting. So we say y minus 4. And then when we move right, what goes left and right on the coordinate plane? That's the x-axis. So we say x. And if we go right on a number line, then we know that we are adding. If we were going left, we would be subtracting. So we're going to add 5 units. So this is our rule. And then we can actually go back and check it. We can take our x and our y coordinates and say, hey, are we subtracting 4 from the y coordinate and are we adding 5 to the x coordinate? So let's check the new coordinates for A prime. The new coordinates are, check the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now my x value is 6 and the y value is -1. Let's check this. Would we get 6, -1 from 1, 3 if we took the x value, which is 1, and we add 5? What's 1 plus 5? Hey, it's 6, isn't it? And we take our y value, which is 3, and we subtract 4. What's 3 minus 4? -1. So we know that we performed that transformation correct, and we actually wrote the correct rule because we can check it. Let's check B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -1. Well, we know if this was 3 and we subtracted 4, we're going to get -1 again. And what's 4 plus 5? 9. We know that we're doing this. I would love to continue showing you points C and D, but my free program that I'm using is not going to let me make a longer video. But I want you to make sure that you go on Desmos and you make sure you do each slide, guys. I'm going to count it for right or wrong. So I want you to make sure you take your time and do a good job. If you have any questions, you can send me a message on eTiger. And I hope you have a wonderful day.